Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and Happy New Year! Happy 2017. 2016 was honestly such a crazy, very exciting, but very crazy year for me, so it totally flew by. But in today's video, I wanted to talk all about how to start a healthy lifestyle. If you guys are new to my channel, hello and welcome. My name is Becca, I'm a registered dietitian, and I make lots of videos on health and nutrition and also just some fun lifestyle videos as well. So if you guys enjoy this video, I would love for you to subscribe so you can stick around and see what new videos I'll be making in 2017. If you guys already watch my videos, you can probably tell I'm in a completely different setting right now. I'm actually just sitting on my bed because I really wanted today's video just to be very relaxed, very casual, and I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys. Also, I am currently sick. I have a cold, so my apologies that I sound a little nasally and somehow my voice is even deeper than usual, but you guys will just have to bear with me. So let's get started. I've got my tea, I'm feeling chill, I'm ready to talk all about starting a healthy lifestyle. So now that it's the new year, it's 2017, people are always making New Year's resolutions, and I think it is so important to set goals, whether they're short-term goals or long-term goals. It is important to set goals in your lifetime, but when it comes to, starting a healthy lifestyle, something that you're going to be doing for a long time, not a short-term thing, I think people tend to get really extreme with their goals and what they want to do, and new year, fresh start, people will make these pretty extreme goals and put these extreme, difficult to follow in the long term rules into their life that can make it really difficult to actually continue to follow this new lifestyle. So these goals just end up being really unrealistic in long term, and people will get burnt out right away. I feel like at this point it's kind of like a running joke. People who attend the gym frequently will say, oh yeah, all the New Year's resolutioners are going to come in January. The gym's going to be so crowded, but don't worry, by the end of January they'll all be out of here anyway. And honestly, that makes me sad. I don't know if it's just, our society that tells us that, this is what you have to do to be healthy. You have to follow this exact workout plan or this exact diet or anything like that. And there's so much noise and so much, just stuff always thrown at us, about what we're supposed to be doing to be healthy. I get asked all the time here on my channel, specifically, what is the best diet? What would you recommend? I'm really thinking about, going vegan, or I'm thinking about the paleo diet. What's the best diet? Or, what is the best type of exercise? What should I be doing? What is the most effective? What is going to help me lose weight the fastest? What is the best thing that I should be doing? And, no one's probably going to like this answer, but there is no one specific answer because we are all so different. We all have different personalities, so we're going to be attracted to different types of exercise or even different diets. We have all different schedules, so certain extreme diets may not fit into some people's schedules, and they may feel like a failure because they can't, stick to it or follow it because their schedule just doesn't allow it. And we all have different circumstances, so different things, different diets or different types of exercise or even different places where we go to exercise, whether it be the gym or a yoga studio or a park, they're all going to fit differently into our lives, and the realm of possibilities is going to look different on each person. So that is why there is no one diet, there is no one exercise routine, there is no one answer. That's a blanket answer for everyone. Everyone is different, so therefore everyone's going to have their own custom routine or diet or just whatever that works for them that not only is, effective, but also makes them feel good, makes them feel happy, makes them feel stress-free. So in my personal opinion, while I can't say there is one specific diet or one specific type of exercise or exercise routine that will work for everyone, what I will say is if you truly want to start a healthy lifestyle that is going to last for years and years and years to come, the number one thing to focus on is balance. If you truly want to start a healthy lifestyle and, shift your focus off of, losing X amount of weight or getting to the gym X amount of times a week or any specific goal like that, then balance is going to be your best friend. In order to truly lead a healthy lifestyle, it is important to remember that we are human, we are emotional beings, and Not every day is going to be the same, not even a little bit. One day you may be happy, carefree, eating well, being active, and it just comes easy. Another day it may be the biggest struggle to even get outside and go for a walk. We are emotional people. Every day is a different day, and the most important thing with, starting a healthy lifestyle is just accepting that, admitting that every day is going to be a little bit different, and just telling yourself, whatever comes my way, I'm just gonna do the best I possibly can on that day in order to lead a healthy lifestyle and, take care of myself so that I'm healthy in the future. There are always going to be ebbs and flows in our lifetime. So in order to be successful with leading a healthy lifestyle over a lifetime, you gotta learn how to ride the ebbs and flows. If you're trying to improve the way you eat or, improve your activity level through exercise, or maybe it's both, if you are solely relying on willpower, you're doing it wrong. I once heard a very powerful quote when it comes to thinking this way, and it is, deprivation is a binge in the bank. So whether you are starting a very strict diet or a really strict exercise routine, something basically that is going to be tough for you to maintain in the long term, it's a binge in the bank. You're not gonna be able to do it long term, so eventually, you're gonna burn out, you're gonna be tired out, and you're gonna revert back to probably what you were doing before, or you may even go extra overboard and have some kind of binge, whether it be, eating a lot of crappy, unhealthy food at once, or a binge in not going to the gym for weeks because you just can't stand to look at it because you're so burned out from that crazy routine that you started. So if you're solely relying on willpower to get you through, it's not going to be successful in the long term. Think of your brain as a muscle. If you're constantly flexing that muscle with constant willpower to just keep you, chugging along in this strict whatever it is, eventually, you're gonna wear out and you're not gonna be able to continue. So if your brain is a muscle, compared to doing a wall sit. So if you're doing a wall sit, it's really painful and your muscles get really tired, and eventually you're going to either stand up or drop to the ground. You're not gonna be able to continue with that extreme, position. So if you think of your brain that way, if you're constantly flexing your brain and it's taking so much brain power, so much willpower in order to stick to something, it's never going to work in the long term. It's not going to be successful. You may feel great and be doing really well for, a few weeks, a few months, or whatever it is, but eventually it's going to come to an end. And if you truly want to start a healthy lifestyle, you have to stop thinking that way. You need to take a step back and you need to, engage in activities or, work on your diet in a way that's going to be maintainable in the long term. So you really have to accept that, acknowledge it, and permit yourself to take breaks. Give yourself permission to go easy on yourself, because it's going to be a lifelong journey. You don't have to go, balls to the wall, 100%, 60 miles an hour right out of the gate. If you want to start a healthy lifestyle, take it easy. You've got plenty of years to figure this out and figure out what you like and what your body and what your soul needs. Life is already hard as it is. I'm sure we all know that. So don't let being healthy become another stressor in your life. There's already plenty of stress to go around. This is not something that should create stress in your life. It should, on some level, bring joy and improve your life and make it even better. And that is something that I really want to hit home here. If you are, trying to be healthy, whether it's through exercise or diet or both, and if it's causing you stress, it's almost like you shouldn't even waste your time, and I'll kind of explain why. So when we are stressed, our cortisol levels go up. Cortisol is a hormone in the body, and when our cortisol levels are really high, it basically just messes with everything. It's going to mess with your ability to have a good night's sleep. It's going to mess with your blood sugar levels and send them out of whack. And when our blood sugars are out of whack, it is so hard to, eat healthy, because it makes our cravings worse. It makes us want to eat more. It really sends our ability to control and feel satisfied with eating out the window. It will also just raise the internal stress in our body, so it will increase the amount of oxidative stress that is happening in our body. Now, I don't want to get too scientific here. I don't want to go too far into what oxidative stress is. Basically, it is just kind of like a level of stress in the body, and when we have ongoing, constant, unrelenting stress on the body, it puts us at a much higher risk for disease because things just don't work how they're supposed to. I actually remember a couple years ago a study came out and it made like big headlines, and of course it was just one study. You can never, base full opinions off of just one study, but it was very eye-opening because it basically, what the researchers found was workplace stress. So just, your daily stress at work, stressed about making deadlines, coworkers, just whatever it is, just workplace stress in general, was equal to smoking like a pack of cigarettes a day or something like that, which is crazy. So someone, who is super fit and eats super well and is just very healthy, but they go to work and there's a stress ball all day, it is creating the same amount of damage on that health nut's body as smoking a pack of cigarettes or however many cigarettes it was a day. So that is like something really powerful to think about. And you can relate this to diet and exercise as well. So if you start a strict diet, you say, I'm not gonna eat any sugar, I'm not gonna eat any dairy, or whatever it is, something that's strict and very hard to continue and maintain on a daily basis, that's gonna create a lot of stress on your life. Whether or not you physically feel like I feel stressed out that I can't eat what I want, it's not necessarily that. But just, thinking about like, well, I can't have that, and that's bad for me, and that's not okay to eat, and I just ate too much, or no, you can't have that. Just those background thoughts that go on in our mind, they create stress in the body. It's negative energy, and we don't want that because, you may be eating this really healthy diet that doesn't have any sugar or dairy, and it's full of fruits and vegetables and whole grains or whatever it is. If it's causing you a lot of stress internally, it may not be necessarily negating it, but you're not quite reaping all of those benefits from that really healthy diet because a lot of it is just getting negated by all the stress that goes along with maintaining that strict diet. And the same thing goes for exercise. For example, if you absolutely hate going to the gym, you just don't like the gym, you need to stop going to the gym. You need to find some kind of activity that you enjoy, because every day if you're thinking, I don't want to go to the gym, you're walking the gym like, oh, I really don't want to be here, but I know I'll feel good when I leave, then that's not necessarily doing yourself a favor either, because yes, that exercise is whatever exercise you're partaking in while you're at the gym. It's going to bring your cortisol levels down. It's going to give your heart a good workout, really work on that cardiovascular strength. It can strengthen your muscles and do all of these things, get your feel-good hormones up. But if it's causing you stress all day long, if you're thinking about the gym, you're joining the gym, you just don't really like going to the gym, you don't like being at the gym, it's just not your favorite thing to do, then again, a lot of the the benefits of going to the gym are going to kind of be negated in the background internally by the stress that it causes you. I really hope that this is making sense, but I just basically want to get across to you guys that if you're doing something that is going to stress you out or bring any kind of negative energy to your life, it's probably not even worth doing, which is why balance is so key, because you can, eat a lot of good food and healthy food that's going to nourish your body and protect you from disease. But at the same time, if you want to indulge a little and have a little ice cream or go out and have a burger or, whatever that may look for you, then it's okay. Because if you are, thinking, I can't have that burger, I can't go out to eat with my friends because there's gonna be burgers there and I'm gonna want one, and I can't eat a burger because burgers are bad for me and it's not part of my diet. All of those thoughts that are going on could potentially even create, as much damage internally as eating that freaking burger would. So you have to find the balance. You have to find a way to be happy, to not be so consumed with being healthy. And that's how you can truly lead a healthy lifestyle, because if you're never really truly depriving yourself, if you're just, filling yourself with good food and exercising and staying active because it makes you feel good, physically, and then, enjoying the good food, or maybe like your mom's, spaghetti that's nostalgic because you grew up eating it and it's so good, that's gonna feed your soul, and it's gonna make you happy, it's gonna feed you emotionally. So I'm not saying you should be eating emotionally, that's a slippery slope, and that's different. I'm just talking about, enjoying yourself, enjoying your life, and having health be a priority, but it shouldn't be, the only thing that you think about in life, because there's so much more to life than just eating a perfect diet or having a perfect exercise schedule that you never miss the gym. Even if there's something big going on in your life, you're gonna get the gym session in. Rosie, get off! Off the bed! Get off the bed. I know, you're cute. I get it, but you gotta get off. Oh! So my battery just died, but I am now back, so let's see, where was I? Basically what I was trying to say was, if your stress levels are really high, if you are very stressed out by whatever, diet or exercise routine you're striving to follow, if your stress levels are so high, a good part of the benefit may be negated by those stress levels, but also it's going to work, those high stress levels are going to work against you. And you may be trying so hard to reach these goals that you set for yourself. And if your stress levels are so high and throwing everything, all of your bodily functions out of whack, it may be holding you back from actually reaching those goals. So for example, if someone starts doing a really hardcore diet and exercise routine that is just totally draining them of energy, totally, just sucking the life out of them and stressing them out, because they're so consumed and so obsessed with this, new routine, they may have a really hard time actually letting go and losing weight if their stress levels are so high. Because when our stress levels are through the roof, our body wants to conserve, it wants to store fat, it wants to hold on to energy, because it doesn't know when this period of high stress is going to end. It doesn't know, how long the body's going to be out of whack, so it wants to protect itself. So you've just got to let go of the perfect diet or the perfect exercise regimen. Let that go, and you will then let go of stress. If you are just obsessed with eating super well or getting to the gym X amount of times a week or burning X amount of calories or whatever it is, if it's consuming you, if you're obsessing over it and you're stressed about it, it's not going to be successful for you in the long term. Focusing and obsessing over a perfect diet or an intense exercise regimen in short spurts is not doing yourself any favors. You're just going to end up back in square one. So you're much better off just taking a more relaxed approach and still, making health a priority, but not, the number one thing in your life. So taking a little more of a relaxed approach, allowing yourself to indulge in things that you really truly enjoy, and allowing yourself to skip a workout if you're burned out and exhausted and it's probably better for you to rest that day. It's okay, permit yourself to do that. And by doing this over time, you're still going to have so many healthy behaviors that kind of go hand in hand with these occasional indulgences or occasional just rest days or whatever it is. And it's still going to be a healthy life. And if the goal is a healthy lifestyle, that is definitely one way to achieve it. I do want to talk a little bit more about what balance is and actually how to kind of achieve that balance, because I know that's a very just kind of lofty term. But before I say that, I also just want to kind of talk about quickly just diet and exercise and finding what's right for you. So this whole time I've been talking about, don't do things that stress you out. Don't do things that are too extreme, that just don't work for you and make it more difficult for you to, just get through the day. So I know I'm using extreme examples, but I do want to say that just because something is extreme doesn't mean it's not necessarily going to work. Different people respond to different, levels of intensity. So someone may, find that doing high intensity interval training and really hardcore workouts that put their heart rate through the roof and really get them sweating, that may be the perfect type of exercise for someone, depending on your personality, depending on what you like, depending on how much time you have to put into exercise. That may be a type of workout that someone truly enjoys, that doesn't cause them any stress. They look forward to it because they know they're going to get a good workout. That may work really well for some people. But on the other end of the spectrum, some people may not respond to that at all. It may just be too intense for them, and just the idea of, I have to do this in order to be healthy, this is the best type of workout. The more I'm sweating, the more my heart's pounding, the more effective it is. If you're forcing yourself to do that because you think that you should be, again, it may not be as effective, but maybe that person will respond so well to just doing a lot of walking and maybe some, low impact yoga. Maybe that is what's for them. So I just want to say that just because it's extreme doesn't mean it's not necessarily effective. And the same goes for diet as well. Some people respond beautifully to a vegan diet, and they can do that their whole life. I personally think that is on the extreme end, and I'm all for balance in diet as well as everything else in our lifetime. But that doesn't mean that a vegan diet isn't right for someone else. But if you are someone that maybe doesn't respond so well to something so strict and extreme, trying to force yourself to do, follow a vegan diet because it's supposed to be healthy, and you're really trying to follow this diet, it may not work for you, you know? Everyone is different. Some people will feel amazing with a vegan diet. On the other end of the spectrum, someone will have nutritional deficiencies, their hair may be falling out, they may be, you know, in a fog, no energy. I mean, it depends. It depends on, you know, how much you know about the diet in general and making sure you're getting everything you need. But also everyone's body is different and everyone's gonna find something different that works for them, whether it's a little more relaxed and balanced or whether it is a little bit more extreme. So finding what you enjoy, finding what makes you feel your best, and finding the thing that isn't going to stress you out, it's mainly going to bring you joy, that is what you need to stick to. And it may be difficult to find that. It may take a journey. It may take this whole next year of 2017 to find it. But just keep trying, just keep staying consistent, and just keep trying different things until you find what works best for you. And also along with that, it may change, and that's okay. Ebbs and flows, it always comes back to that. Just doing the best you can with each day that you have, doing what makes you feel good and what, you know, brings the stress levels down in your body. Because if you're doing something that you enjoy and that is also good for your body, it's going to be like the perfect mixture of what you need, and you're probably going to see the best results, whether it's mentally, physically, anything like that. So I feel like I'm repeating a lot of the same things, but I hope that you guys are really just picking up what I'm putting down here. But before I end this video, I just want to talk a little bit about balance itself and give you guys a little bit more insight on how to, you know, achieve balance or create balance. But the very first thing I want to say is you will never achieve true balance. You never will. It's an ongoing, lifelong journey of always trying to balance things out. Because like I said, we're emotional, there are ebbs and flows, no day is ever going to be the same as the day before. So you'll never actually achieve it. So that may sound discouraging, but I really don't mean it to be that way. It's just important to realize that, you know, it's always, every day is going to be different, and we just have to do the best that we can. We're never going to achieve true balance, because achieving true balance would be like achieving perfection. And we're not perfect, and we're never going to be. But to give you guys a little more insight into how to strive for balance, one of the things that you can use to kind of guide you, which I don't even like to put numbers on it because even that can get obsessive, but you know, a good rule of thumb would be like the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule basically just means that 80% of the time you are eating good foods, you're active, you're doing things that are good for your body. And then, you know, 20% of the time you're eating stuff that's not necessarily great for your health, but it's good for the soul, and you know, you're taking rest days and relaxing and things like that. So like I said, I don't really like to even put a number on it because the 80-20 rule is going to look very different for different people. And even to start out, say you eat horribly and you never exercise, but you're interested in getting healthier, jumping straight from, you know, 100% of the time eating horrible, crappy food, not eating anything that's wholesome and nutritious, and never ever really being active, switching into 80-20, that's extreme, and that's not necessarily going to be successful. So at first it may be like 20-80 just to start out, and then it may be 50-50, and then maybe you can work up to 80-20. But that just kind of helps, you know, to visualize what that balance should look like. It shouldn't be 50-50. Half the time you're doing well, the other half the time you're doing poorly. It really should be, you know, healthy most of the time, and then not so healthy part of the time. And that is how we put health as a priority. Again, it's not the king, it's not everything, it's not our main focus in life, it's not 100% of what we're doing. It's only 80%. It's a big part, but it's not everything. Another way to look at, you know, diet specifically, trying to make it healthier, is think of it kind of like a bank account. You know, you have a certain amount of calories you can spend every day, and I'm not into calorie counting. Use this as a very general guide, just a way of thinking, don't actually treat it like a bank account, because again, that can get obsessive and it's not something you're going to probably do forever. So if you're thinking of it, you know, loosely as a bank account, you know that when you have, you know, a big splurge or even a smaller splurge, you know, somewhere along the lines you're going to have to pull back and not spend so much money in order to even everything out. So it's the same thing with your diet. The number one thing I would say when it comes to balance is listen to your body. Your body will always tell you, you know, when to stop or when to eat, or when to exercise or when to stop exercising. And I plan on doing like a whole video on intuitive eating because this is such an easy way to lead a balanced lifestyle. And I'm definitely going to do a video on that. But listening to your body is so key because it will tell you when it needs a break. And when it tells you that, give yourself a break. Go easy on yourself. Again, this is a lifetime. This is not a short-term, all or nothing kind of deal. It's the exact opposite. This is lifelong, many years. We are just trying to practice being the best person we can and treating our body the best way that we can with the circumstances we have on a daily basis. And just remember, if you are trying to start a healthy lifestyle, you're in it for the long haul. So just give yourself a break, treat yourself with love. Don't worry so much about, well, I have to do this because it's healthy and I have to go to the gym because I'm supposed to work out. Do what feels right every day and always, challenge yourself. Set goals that are reachable and maintainable, but don't kill yourself with them. Just like I was talking about earlier, if you're constantly just using willpower to reach those goals, eventually your brain, it's a muscle, it's going to give out, and you don't want to go so hard and flex that brain muscle for so long that eventually when you do give out, you're too tired to start again. That is what we want to avoid. We want this to be something you can stick with for many, many years to come. Something that you can ride the ebbs and flows, always come out feeling okay and feeling pretty good. That is what it's all about. It's not about being perfect. Life is not perfect. I'm sure you all know that. So why do we expect our diet and our exercise routines to be perfect? On that note, I'm going to end the video here. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this. I hope that you found it helpful. If this video did resonate with you, please let me know down in the comments below. And also, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with anyone you think needs to hear this. Because we live in such an extreme all or nothing society, and we're all on hamster wheels. And it's time that we get off of the hamster wheels and just start living life and enjoying ourselves while still being healthy. If you guys are not following me on Instagram or Snapchat, definitely make sure to do so. I would love to connect with you guys on there. And of course, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, especially if you love this video, I would love for you guys to subscribe and join this community here on YouTube. I hope you guys have an amazing 2017 filled with happiness and health and joy. Whatever brings you joy, I hope there is a lot of it this year for you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!